Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and I can't stop playing the new skate game. I wish I could. It's not that great, but for some reason it keeps bringing me back. So in today's video we're going to be talking about exactly why I keep coming back to the game, what I actually kind of like about it, what I really don't like about it, and just in general what I think they're going to be doing moving forward. And just as a bit of a background here, I've played a ton of skateboarding games. I've played all of the Tony Hawk series. You've got Skater XL, Session Skate Sim, Skate 1 to 3. I've played a ton of skateboarding games and put in a ton of hours, so I'm a kind of pretty big fan when it comes to the overall skateboarding side of things and video games being combined together. And just to put it into perspective, my favourite skateboarding games overall has to be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Skate 2, and then of course Session Skate Sim being the newest one that I've been playing recently. And when I say recently, I've put around 35 days into Session. So when EA announced that they were doing a brand new skate game, I was pretty excited. However, they then announced that it wasn't going to be Skate 4, so my excitement level dropped ever so slightly. Then they announced that it was going to be online only, and I kind of had pretty much no excitement at that stage. Then they said it was a live service game, it was going to be updated all the time, they wanted to go for 10 years. So at that point, my excitement level was pretty much dropped until the very first trailer came out, and then the excitement started to go up just a little bit more from there. And then we had the release of the game, and I was part super excited and also massively let down. So in today's video we're going to be going over everything that I mentioned and just see exactly what they can do with the game moving forward into 2026 and beyond if they're still sticking with that 10-year schedule. And for me there's 3 separate points that I'm not a huge fan of that I think they really need to change, and that's going to be the shop, the skate pass, and just enjoying the overall challenges and the map. So first off with the shop, and I think that this needs a massive overhaul. Now don't get me wrong, I know that it's a free to play game and I know that there's tons of people that are going to be probably putting in real world money into this game, but I just don't necessarily think that anything is really worth it. So if we go down to the very bottom here, you can see exactly how much things are going to cost. So 500 in-game currency is around $4.49, but that's with an EA discount because of my EA Play, so that around $5, £5 here or there, going all the way up to around £90 for 12,000 in-game currency, and there's just not a lot of stuff to spend it on. If we go back to the top side of things here, you can see that you do have a paid bundle, which is the Founders Deluxe pack, and for a Founders pack it's only got 16 days left on it, and I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be coming back to the game, so if you do want to get hold of that then you can do, although what you're going to be getting in here isn't amazing. You've got a meat suit, that's kind of the biggest item. You've got some Vans in there, which is pretty good. You've got some in-game currency, Skate 1, 2 and 3 t-shirts, but just in general, $22.99, that's not amazing. When you consider a game like Arc Raiders, for example, which is a whole game, tons of hype around it, people are really loving it, and that's around £30 here in the UK. So I know what I'd spend my money on. And then of course you've got the currency side of things. So in the top right hand corner you've got all of the in-game currencies. You've got the pink one, the orange one, and the blue one, which they do have their own names like trucks, and you've also got Sandbound Bucks and Rip Chips, and I'm just not a huge fan of those names, so we're just going to go colours for now. So you've got the in-game currency, which I've got 550. You've then got the game currency where you can just play the game, do challenges, and you get that currency. I've got 18,000 at the moment, so you can kind of see how much I've played the game. And then you've got the one for the battle pass around 1,800. So I've got around $5 or £5 of in-game money, so if I go down to the store I can get a single Santa Cruz hoodie, or a single Santa Cruz deck, or maybe a pair of wheels, and 2 pairs of wheels even, because one's 300 and one's 200, even though they've got the same rarity, so yeah, go figure. Or if I go down a little bit, I can see that I've got this bundle here, which is 2,600, which is around $26 or £26, and it's a really colourful bunny, which doesn't really have anything skate culture about it, which I thought was the whole point of this game coming back. And then of course you've got other sections of the store as well. So if you go further down, we did actually get some free drops here, which is an NHS drop, which I'm not really sure what the NHS means, whether it's National Health Service here in the UK, or if it's something different. I think they kind of had a couple of mistakes and realized the errors of their ways, because they also gave out some in-game currency and some battle pass currency, along with these 2 free 1 creature and 1 Santa Cruz decks as well, and these actually look kind of cool in game. You also get a free daily currency for your battle pass, which upgrades every 24 hours, so if you want to come back and play every single day, you've kind of got a little bit more incentive to do so. Then we have the skater options and then the board options again for the real world currency, and you've got some things in here like the animal print cargos, which is, you know, every skateboarder wears. You've got some pretty nice skate high top Vans here, which are pretty good. Thrasher t-shirt. You've then got some clogs. some pink clogs, and they are legendary rarity for 7 real world pounds. And you've also got these two, which are pretty much exactly the same. They've got the same mesh, they're just a slightly different color, which of course we will get onto in just a second. Then you've got your board options, and again, some of the boards are in-game boards, some of them are branded, like these girl wheels here, for example. You've got a chocolate sticker at the end here, and some royal trucks. So yeah, using in-game money in this game just doesn't really seem worth it whatsoever. Now, yes, I did pick up these vans, but don't get me wrong, I didn't use any of my money to do so. When I originally got the game, I was kind of a founder and things, and they gave me a little bit of currency, which was about I think it was 1,000 currency, which I then used for these shoes, and I got another pair of shoes as well. But I haven't actually spent any real world money in this game that haven't been given for free. And then of course you then have the product boxes down at the bottom here. So basically the best way to think of this is when you go back to your home screen and go down to your RIP score, you can see your different districts. So for me, I've got 10, 10, 10, which is the max level apart from the 4th district, which I haven't actually officially bought out just yet. So I've kind of maxed out the game in terms of the overall challenge side of things. So when I go back into the product boxes, you can see here that I've actually got all of these product boxes completely open, and I've got everything that you can do with these actual boxes. If I go onto the view box content, you can see an example of some things that you can get in here. So you've got a ton of stickers, some non-branded clothing, and that's kind of it. And again, as you can see, each thing has a different rarity. You've got green, blue, purple, gold, and then also the kind of iridescent white one, which is the branded content. Which then takes me on to the actual clothing in the game having different rarities. So if I go back into the apparel section just here and go into my t-shirts, as you can see here, I do have a black t-shirt. This is a standard black t-shirt. It's the same mesh as every single other t-shirt, which is more of a sort of larger fit t-shirt. And this one is an epic rarity. And that's just a black t-shirt, standard black t-shirt, nothing crazy there. If I then go slightly further down, you can see here then we've got a grey t-shirt. Again, the exact same mesh, just a different colour, and this one is blue rarity. So gone are the days where you'd pick a t-shirt and then you'd have a colour wheel and you can select any colour that you wanted to. Each individual item of each individual colour is a different item to unlock or pay for or get through one of these product boxes. And that's also the same for like these shirts, for example. So I've got down here, I've got a green and blue shirt, which is uncommon, and then a red shirt, which is rare. Exactly same shirt, this shirt's the same, that shirt, they're all the same shirt, different colors, different rarities, different items. So when they say that they've got a ton of items in the game, that's not necessarily true, because you're right, they might have 6 different t-shirts, but it's the exact same t-shirt, just a different color. For me, that's not a new item, that's just a color swap. And that's the same if we go onto the trousers or the shoes or the outfits. And again, these are complete skate culture outfits. Every skateboarder wears these. When was the last time you didn't see Nigel Houston or Ryan Sheckler wearing this exact outfit? Or this one, for example, or definitely 100% this one. They just have kind of missed the mark in regards to what skateboarders actually want. Now, don't get me wrong, some of the shoes do look nice. So these Vans, for example, look pretty good to me, and I've actually got these ones in real life as well. So having the option of getting some stuff in game that you actually own in real life to actually make your character look a little bit more like yourself is kind of cool, but that's kind of it. We've got Vans here at the top, and then pretty much every other shoe underneath is a non-brand shoe. Of course, we know that these are Vans slip-ons, but they can't call them that, they're just black slip-ons and they are common. Whereas a black t-shirt was a higher rarity, so colour makes no difference, they're just kind of making it up as they go along. So overall, the shop for me needs a massive overhaul. Not just from a price perspective, I think maybe $2 or $3 for a t-shirt makes sense, but $5 is a little bit crazy in my opinion, and I just think they need to kind of revamp exactly what they're going to be doing with the actual store itself. Now, don't get me wrong, I might be the minority here. I think there might be a ton of people out there, because it is a free-to-play game, that might go through and buy every single item, but from what I've seen online, no one's really buying anything, and the main reason being is because there's just not a lot of cool branded stuff in there. Obviously, everyone's got their original skate shoes that they really loved, or a skate deck, or a different graphic, or a certain piece of clothing that they really love, and they link heavily to skateboarding, and at the moment, none of that is really showing up in the game. So I do think unless they change that, people aren't going to be spending money in the game, which means the game isn't going to make money, which then means development might slow down, stop, they might end the game early, who knows what's going on with it. And keep in mind guys, it's an online game. If they stop making this game or stop supporting this game, you can no longer play this game. Much like what happened with The Crew 2, that game just completely shut down and you can't really do anything about it anymore. Now, my second main gripe with the game is of course the skate pass. And the thing that I don't like about the skate pass, again, is the fact that this here is a premium option. You've got the skate pass, you have to pay for it. You can get some free items within the pass, but if you want everything, you're going to have to pay for it. And again, if you look at the branded side of things, it's kind of non-existent. So if I just go to the very top here, you can see that I've got quite a lot of it already. And again, it's just not great. We've got this, whatever this is. You've got this grip tape, which is some, wow, great Matrix style grip tape. In-game currency, which again, you get 25 in-game currency. And again, a hoodie is 500. So kind of pointless. You've got some kind of nice cargo shorts here. A leather jacket with some weird shoulder pads, which of course every skater loves and wears all the time. And again, you can see we've got much of the same down here. And then this one here, we've got 75 in-game currency for 2,600 Battle Pass tokens. Now, if I go to the buy more section to get these Battle Pass tokens, you're going to be spending 1,000 currency, and that's in-game currency. So you need to spend 10 real world pounds to get 300 Battle Pass monies, whatever you want to call it, to then get 75, which is basically 75 pence or 75 cents in the US. It's just not worth it. The maths just isn't mathing for me. And then again, if you go further down, I don't think we've actually got any branded items until kind of right down at the bottom, possibly. No, these aren't. These aren't. Got these shoes, which are legendary. You know, the Calvin C3 Cloud. You love those shoes. As we go further down, we've got the Calvin C3 Red Black, which are more red white, but hey ho, that's fine. More in-game world graphics and decks and t-shirts. Again, these aren't branded shoes. These are the Shade Runner mid-tops. Nothing here. Nothing here. And then the final unlock is this guy. Here he is. It's not Coach Frank. It's not Shingo. It's not anyone from any previous games or any characters that you know. It's this guy. It's a seagull in an orange suit. So yeah, that's basically the last unlock of the Battle Pass for Season 1. So you can kind of see where we're going with this. The Battle Pass just isn't really worth it. And again, you have to spend money to get everything in here. There are some free items like I mentioned previously, but the majority of stuff in here, you still have to then get the actual in-game currency through challenges to then get the free items. So you don't just get them, you also have to work towards them, which again, does make sense, but I just don't really see the point of it. And then we've got this. I don't really know what this is. So we've got a singing guy just here. We then got this guy. Whoa, he's yep, we got that guy. In fact, let me just go back into my locker real quick, go over to my gestures. You can see here all these great looking gestures, because what did Skate need that it didn't originally have? Is it better graphics or improved animations or including all of these skate tricks like Casper slides, for example? No, it's balancing your board on your hand or walking around like a bit of a zombie or doing whatever this guy's doing. It's just not what Skate used to be, and it's a massive, massive disappointment. I thought when they were saying about having a Battle Pass, you'd have all of the cooler items in the Battle Pass. So when you go into the shop, for example, all of this Santa Cruz stuff, maybe they can have a Vans or Santa Cruz specific Battle Pass, for example. That'd be amazing. I'd love that, but that's not what they're doing at the moment. Now, they have said that they're going to be improving it for Season 2, but they've also said that some items aren't going to make it in time for Season 2, which again is a little bit strange because it's all digital assets. They could just move things around, but they're not. So I'm pretty sure that the Skate Pass for Season 2 is going to be pretty much the same as what we have here for Season 1, with a ton of in-world stuff. Nothing branded, nothing that you really want, just a kind of a load of junk really. Some digital rubbish is the best way to think of it. And then finally, my last point on this game as to why I think they really need to change and improve things has to be the map and the challenges. Now, as you can see here, you've got a ton of different challenges. These again are the different districts. So again, I've got level 10, and level 10 on all of these three. Brick Switch isn't open at the moment. Now, they are going to be opening it, and they've always said that moving forward with the game, they're going to be introducing new areas with every seasonal update. Now, what I kind of worry about is you've got all of this kind of open space around here, and you've got all these bridges that could lead to new areas that are kind of under construction. For example, there's another one down this side, so they could open up some brand new areas. However, if you zoom in, you've got some challenges on all of these areas here and some fast point travel points, but we don't have anything here apart from 2 challenges which have been unlocked with Season 1. So in my opinion, when Season 2 comes out, they're not necessarily going to be introducing a brand new area to the map, they're just going to be unlocking this area, which again isn't really what I was expecting. And then of course we've actually got the challenges themselves, which are pretty sort of run-of-the-mill challenges, nothing too sort of crazy in here. So for example, this one here, you got to do a 360 grab with a spin, modified grab, body flips, and get a high score. That's kind of it. This one will come back every sort of day or so. This one will come back every day or so. And you can see the currency that we're getting for each one and the level up points as well, which again has massively changed. It used to be that you used to get, I think it was 20 or 25 in-game currency. Now it's down to 5. So for those brand new players, the grind is definitely real this time around. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. It's just going to be a bit of a grind trying to get every item in the game. Now, like I said, I've got every product box unlocked. I've got everything that you can currently free in the game. So what is there for me to do currently in Skate? Well, nothing really. And it's kind of about making your own fun. And I'm not going to lie guys, outside of the battle pass, outside of the shop, which needs a massive change, and outside of the challenges, skating around actually feels pretty good. And that's my biggest annoyance with this game. This is the best feeling in my opinion that Skate has ever felt. It's fluid, it looks great, the tricks are amazing, and just in general the way that you move around the world is pretty good. The parkour elements, getting off the board and climbing, yes, okay, isn't really skate culture, but to get to those higher places a little bit easier compared to having like a session marker for example, it kind of makes sense. And again, it does keep me coming back for more. If I'm having a little bit of a down day or I don't really know what game to play, whatever it might be, and I just want to chill and relax, then I'm not going to be jumping into a first-person shooter and getting really stressed out with like Battlefield or the new Call of Duty, whatever it may be, and I don't really want the frustration of having to get that perfect trick every single time in Session Skate Sim or Skater XL with the dual stick front foot, left foot controls. For me, I want to jump into skate, I want to have some fun, I want to go fast, do some big tricks, and that's kind of what it's best at. And that for me is why I really want to see a massive change in Skate moving forward. Now, like I mentioned, they've already said that the game is going to be going for around 10 years. Now, in my opinion, that's a little bit ambitious. If you look at a game like Fortnite, which came out in 2017, I think it was, they've just crossed over their 7 or 8 year birthday, and they have done a ton of content on a weekly basis. Whether it's introducing a new game mode, a new weapon, a new change to the map, whatever it may be, they're introducing stuff every single time. Whereas Skate, it's been out for a little bit of time now. We're nearing the end of Season 1 and going into Season 2, and the biggest change that's happened is they've added some colourful ramps to a high-rise area, and that's kind of it. They've also introduced the Battle Pass, which people don't really like. The shop is still exactly the same, which again, people aren't really a fan of. But again, for me, the skateboarding is what keeps bringing me back to this game. But as always guys, let me know down in the comment section below if you are still playing Skate, and if not, what other skateboarding game you are currently playing. Whether you're still playing Skater XL on modded PC, or you're playing Session on console, let me know in the comment section down below. Also while you're down there, if you want to give any tips or tricks or opinions on Skate, or what they could do to improve things moving forward, then again, let me know in the comment section, let's have a conversation about it and see exactly what people are thinking. If you did enjoy this video and want to see more gaming content here on the channel, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below so that I know that this is the sort of stuff that you want to see moving forward. Now, I will be doing some more Skate content moving forward as well, just in general, maybe having some streams on Skate, playing Skate in general, doing some challenges. So again, if that's what you want to see, leave a thumbs up down below. Also, a ton of Battlefield content coming up very soon. I'm going to be doing a pretty similar video in regards to Battlefield, more of the red sec side of things, in regards to what I like, don't like, what I think they can change. So again, if that's something you want to see, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. As much as I don't like it, I'm going to jump back into Skate for probably 3-4 hours and just skate around the city, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.